Hi, Joe Stowe here. And if you've got a vehicle and you're getting a Misfire code and an EGR code, I think I've got the solution for you. So don't waste your money replacing spark plugs and ignition coils and wires and things just yet. Because if you have an EGR code, such as a 402, PO402, along with your Misfire code, a PO303, for example, I just had it here on a cylinder 3. You have the EGR is working against you, and the EGR is actually causing the misfire. So don't go changing your coil and trying to treat it as separate issues. It's one issue. Now, I'm not sure about new cars. My experiences with older cars. This one is a 1997 Ford Explorer. It's got the 4.0 engine, overhead valve, and it's a great engine. The car runs great. But it has this misfire code. It has two misfire codes, PO402, PO303. Cylinder 3 misfire and excessive EGR pressure into the intake. So you have basically three possible reasons. You have clogged EGR passages into your intake. It's very possible, especially on an older car like this. You have a bad EGR valve. Again, very possible. This one has a new EGR valve in it already, and it's still getting the code. And then the other possible issue, and chances are this is it, is this guy right here. And this is your EGR solenoid. Now on these older Fords, you actually had an electronic solenoid to activate your EGR valve. So if this goes bad, you can put a new EGR valve in, it's still not going to work. I just replaced this. It's 40 bucks, actually costs $42 and change with the tax. And it takes two 7mm bolts, an electrical wire, and two vacuum lines, and that's it. Very, very simple. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so here we have the left side of our Ford Explorer engine. I imagine it would be the same on most cars. This process is mainly for a Ford, an older Ford, but if your vehicle has the external solenoid to activate your EGR, it'll probably work for you as well. Anyway, so down here, let me move my camera, right down here where my finger is, this flying saucer looking thing, black, that is the EGR valve, and it's new. Still throwing an EGR overpressure code. Now the old one wasn't, the old EGR valve wasn't working either. I did a test on that and it didn't work. But here, this round guy right here, which is very easy to get to, is your EGR solenoid. And this solenoid activates your EGR valve down here with a vacuum line. And it also has a couple vacuum lines here underneath that go to your intake. This guy over here is kind of what is triggering your dash light. This is triggering the check engine light, this guy right here. Now this is the differential pressure sensor, EGR differential pressure sensor. And it's saying, hey, this EGR valve is sending out too much pressure and into the intake valve, plenum up here. And what's happening is it's because this sensor, this solenoid isn't working. It's not shutting it off. So we just have exhaust gases continuously going into the intake, which is triggering a misfire on cylinder 3 because the hot exhaust gases are excessively going into the intake. The fuel and air mixture, which would normally burn well, now you have too much of the exhaust gases. Now we have too much air and we're not able to burn all those exhaust gases, and it's not burning cleanly, so we're not getting enough of a burn in that intake, in that cylinder. And so it's triggering off the misfire, and that's why you get all the hesitation, especially at a low speed. So if you're under 40 miles an hour and you're getting the hesitation and it's bucking on you and everything like that, yeah, that's what it is. All right, so what you have here, all you need is one of these. It's a 7mm, two 7mm bolts. You have one right there, actually just screws, really machine screws. You have one there, and you have the other one right over here where my wrench is. One on the left side, one on the right side, and that's all you got. You have right here an electrical hookup. So all you have to do is just push down on the tab there, squeeze it. Just push down on the tab with your thumb, and the electrical wire comes right off. Now, right underneath there, you have, right where my finger is, you have a red and green vacuum lines. And you can't mix them up. It's already set, and they're actually offset for you, so it's impossible to get them on wrong. So this is a job that'll take you 10 minutes to do. It's very simple to do. You can do it in your driveway, on the side of the street, and it's probably going to solve your problem. If you have a Misfire code and an EGR code, you got to have them both. All right, so I hope that helps you. This is what the solenoid looks like. This is the old one. Just kind of a round thing, and you can see it just has the two mounting holes there. There's the electrical connector, and there's the two vacuum line connectors. You can see that they're offset, and the hoses are actually offset as well, so it's impossible to get them backwards. So actually, it's a pretty good design. It's easy to fix. That's why I like these old cars. They're easy to fix, relatively inexpensive to fix. I'm going to keep driving them forever. I've always been driving them. I'm going to keep on driving them. All right, so I hope that helps. I'll see you on the next video. Let me know how it goes for you. If you've had this problem, and what you used to solve it, and was it the same issue as I had, a 402 and a 303 code. Let me know in the comment section below what solved your problem. Was it the sensor? Was it the EGR valve? Or was it an actual misfire where you had a problem with your ignition coil or a spark plug?